ray diagram for object between F and V on a concave mirror. So we're going to be drawing 3 different rays. So I'm going to use 3 different markers and a ruler, and hopefully this works out. Might be a little messy, but we'll figure it out. All right. So the first ray, we got to understand, is coming from this side. Okay. I'll just write here on this side is our hard surface, and on the other side is our reflective surface. So you could say this is in front of the mirror and this is behind the mirror. Okay. So if you remember from the video, F is the focal point. Here's V, the vertex. I didn't draw it, but that's where this plane intercepts the mirror. And here is the center of curvature. Okay, so if the mirror were to be a complete circle, I said this is where the middle of this entire circle would be. Here's our object, all right, this little arrow. And as I mentioned, the light is coming from this direction. So we're going to take our ruler and draw a ray from the very top to the mirror, parallel to this plane, and there it hits the mirror and it reflects back through the focal point like that. But we're going to continue the ray with a dotted line as a representation of the ray, as if there may be light traveling behind or through the mirror. And I'm going to use my pencil to reinforce that line for later, for accuracy's sake. Okay? So that's our first ray. Next, we're going to have a ray traveling through the focal point this time from the top of the object to the mirror. Okay, so it travels through. I'm going to line my ruler up with the focal point and the top of the object so that the ray travels from the top of the object to the mirror and then travels parallel, okay, to the principal axis. So the ray is going this way and then reflecting this way. And just for continuity's sake, this way and this way. And again, we're going to put we'll add some dots over there. Okay. Now, our third ray, the reflective ray, we got to put back behind the mirror. And again, see, I didn't line that up straight. But I'm going to draw a pencil line straight through. For accuracy's sake, again. Now we're going to draw our third ray, which travels through the center of curvature and the top of the object against the mirror. So through the center of curvature, the top of the object. I gotta line it up perfectly. So from here, the ray hits there. Okay, we're just going to pretend that we're going to come through from the center of curvature, and it hits there. But as usual, we're going to put our dots of our imaginary reflected ray through the back of the mirror. Draw a pencil line. And now you'll notice, this is fun, all three reflected rays here line up right there. So I'm going to extend this principal axis a little bit. And then where all three rays intersect, I'll use my black marker and just some dots to show that if we had an object, which is over here, that was anywhere between the focal point and the vertex, it would appear as if the image were back here behind the mirror. Okay? So, depending on what teacher you have, the size, you're going to use salt. Or lost. Okay? So the size is referring to the image. When they ask you what is the salt of the image, you're going to say it's larger. And the attitude. And we'll fill this out at the same time on both sides. The attitude or the orientation, is it upright or inverted? Okay, does it look the same? Is it pointed facing in the same direction? Or is it upside down? In our case, it is upright. So the attitude is upright, or the orientation is upright. The location of the image would be behind the mirror, okay? Trying to reach around my tripod here, so it's, pardon my handwriting. And the type of image is going to be virtual. Because it appears as if the image is behind the mirror, and since none of the reflected rays intersect with each other, it's going to be a virtual image. If the actual reflected rays intersected with each other, we would have a real image, but we don't. Only the reflected rays intersect with each other, so we have a virtual image. The type of image is virtual. Next, we're going to have a video about an image in a ray diagram for an object between the focal point and the center of curvature for concave mirrors.